How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. If you want to watch some freaky content, then stick around. We've got some seriously spooky clips this week, so hit that subscribe button and get ready for more freaky content. Just like this. Our first clip of the day was uploaded to Twitter by Paranormal. It's some freaky footage captured inside of an unknown hospital. Take a look.
Ándate la mierda. ¿Pero qué es eso?
As you can see, the wheelchair appears to move all by itself.
Conchesum. Me cago. Ándate la mierda.
Naturally, this eerie video has gone viral on Twitter with loads of comments pouring in trying to figure out what exactly is going on here. One commenter noted that you can clearly see the wheelchair's reflection on the polished floor, but there doesn't appear to be a shadow of a string or wire that could be making the chair move. With all the death and suffering that hospitals see, many paranormal experts believe that spirits often linger on in these places because of the trauma experienced prior to death. It's as though their souls are tethered to the site and can't properly cross over to the afterlife. In hospitals all around the world, nurses often report strange and creepy experiences while on shift. From unexplainable noises to outright paranormal activity, many nurses have experienced things that can't be explained. But is this a common experience? A quick survey of nursing forums and message boards reveals that many nurses have indeed had some sort of paranormal experience while on the job. Whether it's hearing strange noises, seeing apparitions, or feeling an unexplained presence, these experiences seem to be fairly common. We often get comments on our videos from healthcare providers saying they've experienced things while on the job that they can't quite explain. So is this footage evidence that hospitals really are a magnet for paranormal energy? Do the souls of those who die there linger on, not knowing they've really passed away? Drop your theories on this down below. Also, if you're a healthcare worker, share your stories and let us know if you've experienced anything paranormal.
¿Pero qué es eso?
As the UK and the rest of the world mourned the death of Queen Elizabeth, her funeral was broadcast to millions of viewers. However, during ITV News' rolling live coverage of the event, something rather eerie was heard during the broadcast. Take a listen.
That death is irreversible, and the fact that she's...
As you can see...
Listening to that again, it sounds like someone says the death is irreversible and the fact that she's trapped.
Death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see...
There's an awkward pause before one of the anchors tries to maintain composure and comment on what's happening in the visuals.
Well, as you can see here in London, it is a lovely day, and as the hearse heads out into West London...
Naturally, with so many millions of people watching the coverage play out live, this freaky little clip went viral on Twitter. Thousands of retweets racked up as people were shocked by the eerie murmuring. Some people said it could be a co-host whispering, not realizing her mic was still on, but the words she whispers are truly bizarre. Some aren't buying this theory, saying it has to be some kind of EVP or electronic voice phenomena. Many paranormal experts believe that spirits and other entities can sometimes communicate via radio waves, delivering messages from the beyond, often in a fragmented or stilted way. They claim that EVPs can be heard as incomplete sentences, single words, or jumbled phrases. So far, no one's been able to fully explain this bizarre incident, and unless ITV explains what really happened, this eerie whispering will have to remain a mystery.
That death is irreversible, and the fact that she's trapped.
As you can see...
On September 19th, 2022, a mass UFO sighting occurred in both San Diego and Tijuana. In this video, posted to Reddit by DD32X, we see various clips of the incident captured by several different people. Take a look. It's unclear whether it's one lone object or several bunched closely together. While it was initially suggested that the lights might be military flares, the poster disagrees, noting that they appear to be in formation and don't follow a typical flare pattern. Witnesses to the event claimed it lasted for around 25 minutes. In two of the videos, you can actually see a helicopter circling near the lights.
Looks to be a military helicopter. Those are like normal, but I wonder if he's going, he or she, whoever's flying it, are going where the lights are.
Adding to the mystery, this image shows the flight patterns of two aircraft that were in the vicinity. Interestingly, the plane in red supposedly shut down its transponder. While there's been no official word on what the lights actually were, this suspicious activity certainly does make you wonder. Was this a genuine UFO sighting? We'll keep you posted if and when more information comes to hand.
And looks to be a military helicopter. Those are like normal, but I wonder if he's going, he or she, whoever's flying it, are going where the lights are.
The thought of having a poltergeist in your home is terrifying. Although it's said that poltergeists aren't always violent, these spirits can still supposedly torment their victims by making noises and moving objects. YouTuber Sylvia C began noticing strange occurrences in her home after playing with a Ouija board at her kitchen table. She claims that her channel documents some of the activity that has since occurred. In this clip, it's fairly obvious that whatever is present wants to make itself known.
I've just put a camera on. There's a lot of activity tonight in the kitchen.
Keep an eye on the cupboard door. It swings open, then shuts. Next, watch what happens when the woman asks, "Do you want me out of your house?"
Do you want me out of this house, or do you want me to stay?
The presence appears to answer by moving a can on the kitchen counter. The poster explains that this kind of thing happens in her kitchen all the time. This is evidenced in the next clip, which shows the poster hiding behind a partition while pointing the camera towards the sink.
Oh my god, that spoon's moving. Oh my god, did you see that? Oh that knife's moving now.
You can see a spoon and fork moving by themselves.
Oh my god, that spoon's moving. Oh my god, did you see that? That knife's moving now.
She shows the area beneath the counter to demonstrate there are no magnets or strings.
There's nothing. I'm not faking this. Look, there's nobody under there. There's nobody under the counter or under the fridge. There's no magnets or anything like that. There's no strings. That's been moved itself.
The woman's voice clearly sounds distressed throughout the footage.
Oh my god, that spoon's moving. Oh my god, did you see that? That knife's moving now.
So would you try and communicate with a poltergeist, or would you just pack your bags and leave?
But is it moving again?
This next piece of eerie dashcam footage was captured by a motorist in an undisclosed part of Australia. It was shared to the Dashcam Owners Australia Facebook page. Take a look at what happens. A car is blocking oncoming traffic, and a masked man is standing still in the middle of the highway. He approaches the car, then appears to growl. We can then hear the screeching of tyres as the OP speeds away from the masked man. The dashcam owner later said that they have no idea what the masked man wanted. They didn't know whether he was trying to rob them, hurt them, or hijack their car. The masked man was never identified, and his motives still remain a mystery. One of our viewers, Danella White, shared this strange photo to our Facebook community page. White says she was taking a photo of her newly built pond in the back garden to show her father. Nothing seemed out of place at the time and she didn't think too much of it. That was until she sent the photo and took a second look. In the background, coming down the stairs to the apartment on the left there appears to be something brown hovering in mid-air. When White shared the photo, it freaked our Facebook community out. Some said it looks like the robe of a monk and couldn't quite explain why it seemed to be just hanging in mid-air. Others said it looks like an apparition of sorts. The photo was strange enough for Take a Break magazine to run a short story on it. Their editor noted that you can see blades of grass in front of the figure, meaning it must be something physically present and not something that's just been photoshopped. Ultimately though, they couldn't explain it away and was stumped by the image. White says that strange things have been happening around her house for quite a while now and wonders whether this strange appearance might be an explanation. Perhaps some kind of paranormal presence is haunting the home. I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers. What do you think this could be? I'd love to hear your theories in the comments down below. A TikToker has captured some eerie footage at a historical site in England that has many questioning whether it's a ghost caught on camera. User Sabcarl8890 recently did a tour of the historical Aston Hall in Birmingham, England, when they spotted something rather unusual in one of the rooms. In one of the wings of the Grade 1 heritage listed property, the TikToker believes they've captured the spirit of a woman named Mary. Watch what happens.
Oh my God.
Mary?
Did you see it?
Mary?
Slowing that down, a shadow seems to float past the doorway. Then it happens again, right at the end of the clip.
Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? My name's Thomas. Hello? Hello?
Aston Hall is a grand Jacobean manor built in the early 17th century. The stately mansion, which sits on a sprawling estate in Birmingham, England, has long been rumoured to be haunted. The stories began in the early 1800s when strange noises and sightings of ghosts were reported by staff. These reports continued into the 20th century, with objects moving on their own and doors opening and closing by themselves. Aston Hall is often regarded as one of the most haunted properties in the United Kingdom. One of the most prominent ghostly tales that linger on the property surrounds a young woman named Mary Holt. Mary was the daughter of a wealthy landowner, Thomas Holt, who built Aston Hall in 1618. It's said that Mary was imprisoned against her will for 16 years in a tiny cell in one of the wings of the home. Her father cruelly locked her up for eloping with a young servant boy who worked at the manor. Historical accounts either say she died of malnutrition or, more tragically, managed to escape her tiny room, but in doing so tripped down the grand staircase of the home and broke her neck. Since her death, staff and visitors alike have reported seeing the grey ghostly figure of a woman drift through the halls of the old mansion. So could this TikToker have captured the ghost of Mary Holt on camera? Take another look and judge for yourself.
Oh my God.
Mary?
Did you see it?
My name's Thomas. Hello.
When TikToker RV Godoy started experiencing strange happenings around his house, he decided to search for an explanation. He began looking around in the crawl space under the building, where he discovered a creepy skeletal mask tucked away in the darkness. While it could simply be a remnant of an old Halloween costume, what happens next may make you wonder if it's actually an omen of something darker. In this clip, we see the uploader seemingly in a panic as he closes and locks a door. Something starts knocking at the door. Clearly spooked, he runs to another room, slamming the door shut behind him. A few more seconds pass before he decides to take a peek. Suddenly, the door that he had locked bursts open. Next, we see the uploader as he descends the basement stairs. He turns the lights on and pans the camera around. Seeing nothing unusual, he turns the lights off and begins walking back up. Suddenly, he hears another disembodied knock. Doubling back, we can see that the light in the room is on, and the wooden rocking horse, which was still earlier, is now moving. In this last clip, we see the uploader searching his bathroom after hearing some more strange noises. As he's inspecting the cabinets, he suddenly shifts the camera to the shower. Take a look at what he sees. A shadowy hand with long gnarled fingers is briefly visible before slipping from view. So is this the figure that's supposedly haunting his house? To see more of RV Godoy's creepy encounters, head over to his TikTok channel. It's well worth the watch. As always, I'll leave links in the description box below. This next bizarre piece of footage was brought to our attention by viewer David K. It's a viral clip that's been spreading around social media this past couple of months. This video shows what should be a joyous moment as this boyfriend proposes to his girlfriend. Everything seems to be going really well, until this happens. For some reason, the woman's mood switches and she suddenly becomes agitated and aggressive. She storms around the room yelling. Everyone looks startled and confused. Unfortunately, the clip ends abruptly and we don't get to see how this pans out. Some people have said it could just be a hoax and that it's all set up to generate a bit of social media buzz. But judging by the people's reactions in the background, they genuinely look frightened and confused by the woman's strange reaction. So what do you make of this? Why did this sweet moment suddenly turn so weird? Love to hear your theories on this one in the comments down below. Many of us had imaginary friends as children. It seems that it's all part of growing up. But what if these friends were not so imaginary after all? Take a look at this photo uploaded to Facebook by user Laredo Paranormal Stories. In it, we can see that there appears to be a second figure next to the boy in the blue shirt. The figure's face looks pale, even skeletal. Its hair appears disheveled and wild, and its body almost seems to be a black void. The photo was captured by the poster's husband. The poster believes that it shows their son playing with his imaginary friend, Pauline. It seems that the picture freaked the family out so much that shortly after it was taken, they decided to move home. Despite the figure's creepy appearance, several viewers thought that it didn't look as though it posed a threat to the boy. In fact, one viewer even suggested that it could have been the boy's guardian angel. So what do you think this photo shows? Is it really the child's imaginary friend? If it is, then one has to wonder whether or not she followed the family to their new house. Our last piece of footage technically isn't a Ring doorbell, but it is security footage nonetheless. This is the chilling interrogation footage of confessed killer Stephen McDaniel. For over 2 hours, investigators come and go, asking questions. Keep an eye on how eerily still McDaniel remains for the entire time. The time-lapse security footage shows him moving his head slightly, but his torso remains bizarrely still for over 2 hours. At the time, McDaniel didn't confess, but his demeanour alarmed the investigators who had already flagged him as a person of interest some days earlier. In June 2011, McDaniel murdered his Mercer College classmate and neighbour, Lauren Giddings. During the 4 days that Giddings was reported as a missing person, McDaniel played the role of a concerned neighbour. He even did an on-air interview with local news station News Central.
No one has seen her since Saturday. I haven't seen anything. I've always heard noise outside, but it's just people walking by pretty much.
In the interview, McDaniel pretends he doesn't know where Giddings could be.
Do you know anybody any enemies she might have had, somebody that might want to hurt her?
No, we don't know where she is. The only thing we can think is that maybe she went out running and someone snatched her.
However, when the reporter mentions that the police may have found a body, McDaniel's demeanour changes dramatically.
What about in the parking lot area? I know they've been doing a lot of, I think that's where they have recovered the body or whatever they recovered from there.
Body?
Had you seen anything there?
This is the exact moment he knows he's been caught.
We don't know if this is the same person. You know what I mean? Like, they took out a body there earlier. We don't know if it's the same person or not. So that's why we're trying to ask people if they know who lived there. Are you okay, sir?
I think I need to sit down.
Okay.
McDaniel ultimately confessed to the murder and was sentenced to life in prison. He's currently serving his sentence at Valdosta State Prison and will likely remain there for the rest of his life. This terrifying piece of dashcam footage was captured by the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. It's the evening of January 9th, 2016, when Deputy Jeremy Gortney is travelling down US Route 101 in Newport, Oregon, when suddenly this happens. Out of nowhere, the officer spots a toddler running down the highway. The officer gets out of the car and manages to get the child to safety. It was later revealed that the 2-year-old had slipped out of a nearby family function being held at the local community centre. The toddler then ran out onto the highway, narrowly missing oncoming traffic. The police later found the child's family. They had been cleaning up after the function and lost eye contact with their child for a split second. It was enough time for the toddler to slip out the door and onto the road. They were frantically searching for their toddler when police arrived. The incident was thoroughly investigated and no criminal charges were laid. Our first clip of the day comes from Reddit user Comfortable Cry 8097. Last week, the OP heard a strange noise inside of their house. They yelled out to see if someone had snuck in, but there was nothing there. Confused, they decided to check their Ring security feed to see if they could see anything. Take a look at what the camera captured. It's hard to see at first, but if we brighten it up a little, you can see a dark shadow that floats by at the top of frame. The eerie sighting freaked the Reddit community out, with many calling it a ghost. One commenter said the OP should thoroughly check their house for a squatter, because sometimes Ring cameras can make people look blurry due to their low compression rates. This could explain why the homeowner heard a noise and called out to see if there was anyone there. So what do you think? Are we seeing something paranormal here? Or is this an intruder caught on camera? Espectros de Medianoche is a popular paranormal Facebook page. They regularly investigate notorious and creepy locations around Mexico. In this clip, they search an old cemetery for signs of supernatural activity. Shortly into their investigation, they call out to see if any spirits might be present.
Demuéstrame lo que estás aquí. Uy.
A few seconds later, this happens.
Mira. Uy.
The gate appears to shake.
Mira.
Spurred on by this eerie activity, the investigator tries using the popular ghost hunting app GhostTube on his phone.
Mira, ¿ya ves? Mira. Sí, ya ves, aquí está, mira.
The app appears to detect something above the
¿Cómo te
grave.
llamas? Yo lo he visto, Claribín. Mira. Demuéstrame que estás aquí. Ahí está bailando, mira.
A short while later, as he tries to communicate with a possible spirit, more activity is caught on camera.
No agarra ya. Mira.
¿El candado?
Sí, el candado como hace.
The gate shakes for a second and third time.
Mira cómo hace, mira. Se levantó y se volvió a bajar, ¿viste?
The video then ends shortly thereafter. And while a lot of people think the GhostTube app is designed to detect things just for a bit of fun, it's a little harder to explain the shaking gate and padlock. There doesn't appear to be any string or wires manipulating it. So what do you think? Is this encounter genuine? Or is there another way to explain what's happening here? Watch the footage again and decide for yourself.
¿Cómo te llamas? Yo lo he visto, Claribín. Mira. Demuéstrame que estás aquí. Ahí está bailando, mira. Mira.
¿El candado?
Sí, el candado como hace.
Every year, Instagram user Dorinda Marino treats their mum to a ghost investigation session on her birthday. They often travel to famous mansions and run a group session on the property. In this clip, we see the group running an experiment with a ball. Watch what happens.
That's the wind. That's the wind. No, that's not the wind. That's not the wind. Oh boy.
Watching that again, the ball rolls, then stops. The group initially thinks it could just be the wind, but when the ball spins off in multiple directions, the group is shocked.
That's the wind. That's the wind. No, that's not the wind. That's not the wind. Oh, boy.
It's not known where exactly this investigation took place, so it's hard to dig a little deeper and research the history of the property. Naturally, this bizarre clip has since gone viral, with hundreds of people chiming in the comments section trying to make sense of what happened. There are a few contrasting theories. Some say a string must be pulling the ball, while others think it's a demonic presence compelling the ball to move on its own.
That's the wind. That's the wind. No, that's not the wind. That's not the wind. Oh, boy.
So what do you think? Are we seeing some genuine paranormal activity here, or is it all just a hoax? Drop your theories in the comments down below.
That's the wind. No, that's not the wind. That's not the wind. Oh, boy.
In this next video, we see Mexican paranormal researcher Alberto Del Arco as he investigates a mysterious place named the Desert of the Lions. The area is said to be home to many paranormal manifestations, and it isn't long before he catches something unusual on camera. Take a look.
Cuidado atrás, no te saques. Ay, cabrón, te juro que se me hizo ver a alguien pasar por allá. Por allá. Como si se hubiera cruzado.
At first, it's rather hard to notice. However, if we slow the footage right down, you can see a ghostly shape moving past the bush. The investigator continues his exploration of the area and is soon startled when an object suddenly falls to the ground.
¿Qué fue? Pero sabes que escuché antes un...
Eventually, the YouTuber reaches an old property deep within the woods.
Después de un rato hemos vuelto nuevamente a la casa. Está peligroso, güey. Estar así por la noche no.
He and the cameraman begin searching the nearby trees.
Deberíamos de buscar el camino al coche nuevamente. Ajá. ¿Qué fue eso? Sí, ¿qué fue?
However, as they do, the cameraman inadvertently manages to capture a dark figure moving in one of the windows. Take a look.
¿Viste ese tronco? ¿No te da la impresión de que es una niña? ¿Como de una niña?
Again, it's hard to see, but when the footage is slowed down, it becomes more obvious. The investigator continues to search the area, but soon decides to leave and the video abruptly ends. So who or what could this mysterious figure have been? Was it a person, or perhaps something supernatural? Let me know your theories on this sighting in the comments down below.
¿Viste ese tronco? ¿No te da la impresión de que es una niña? ¿Como de una niña?
Abandoned places often have complex histories, and the dilapidated building seen in this video is no exception. Many people have reported strange incidents here. It's even thought that one individual committed suicide in a downstairs room. YouTuber Mysterio JL decides to investigate the premises for himself.
Una historia, diría yo, bastante perturbadora porque aquí perdieron la vida muchas personas, perdieron la vida niños.
As he enters the first room, he and his partner hear footsteps.
Oye, son pasos, ¿eh?
Hola.
Cañón.
They dissipate as the men walk closer, but can be heard once again as the men turn away.
Uy. ¿Otra vez? ¿Qué es eso? Ay, el camión aquí atrás, güey, me encaminaron, ¿eh?
That's when they discover the word niño, which means little boy in Spanish, written on the wall.
Niño, Emilio, esto es algo de lo que nos tiene con intriga, con preocupación, porque en todas las paredes.
Dicen que
The investigators decide to continue their exploration of the property. As something grabs their attention, the camera holder inadvertently captures something unnerving on camera. A mysterious figure can be seen in the top right window. At first, it's almost impossible to see. However, if you brighten the footage, it becomes more obvious. Next, they head upstairs. As they make their way along a dark, dilapidated hallway, a chilling sound echoes through the space.
Oi.
Mamá.
According to the uploader, the voice says "mama" in Spanish.
Oi.
Mamá.
Not long after, the investigators catch a second sighting of the mysterious figure they saw earlier.
¿Qué? ¿Qué, güey?
Algo pasó por allá. Algo pasó por allá al fondo.
Again, the footage needs to be brightened up, but as before, there's definitely something there. Is this just a squatter who's taken up residence in the crumbling building? Or could it be the spirit of a child that's calling out for their mama?
Oi.
Our first piece of creepy Ring doorbell security footage was uploaded to Reddit by user Seaton4130. In 2019, this homeowner received an alert that there was someone at the front door. Judging by the post, they decided not to answer it, and it's easy to see why. Take a look. An unsettling masked person offering free hugs is standing at the door. They look menacingly into the camera, then point to their sign. Judging by the timestamp on the video, it is actually Halloween night, which does take the edge off this sighting just a little. But still, I'm not sure I'd be happily opening my door to this character, even if it was Halloween night. This next piece of home security footage was sent to us by a user known only as Fievel Mauskowitz. It was recorded in June 2022. Take a look at what the camera in their living room has captured. Watching that again, slowed down, you can see a wisp-like shape move from right to left. Following this, all black shapes appear to float around the room as well. The OP says the white shape reminds them of a lady walking through their home. Strangely, the house is brand new and hasn't had any other occupants. However, after doing a little research, the OP discovered that the property used to be an old military camp. So what do you think? Is this just a glitch in the camera, or could it have something to do with the old military camp that once stood on the land? Share your theories with one another down below. This bizarre dashcam feed was released to the public by the Florida Highway Patrol. It's an incident that took place on July 20th, 2022, in front of a public supermarket in Lake County, Florida. Take a look at what unfolds. At first, it's kinda hard to tell what's going on, but a woman holding a pitchfork and a bullwhip can be seen walking in front of the patrol car. She stands in the pouring rain with her arms out wide. An officer then pursues the woman. The suspect was later identified as 56-year-old Lisa Sloan. The manager of the Publix supermarket said that Sloan had been spotted trying to sell stuffed teddy bears behind the store the day before. She also allegedly stabbed a passing minivan with her pitchfork. According to the arrest report, Sloan refused to drop her weapons and resisted arrest. Once in the squad car, she unbuckled her seatbelt and tried kicking out the windows. She told police she felt no more pain anymore and that God was in control. A toxicology report later showed that Sloan had drugs in her system at the time of arrest. Is there really an afterlife? If so, can the living and the dead somehow communicate? If you're a non-believer, then this photo, uploaded to Reddit by CryptoKnight10, might just change your mind. It shows what appears to be words etched into glass. The poster claims that they noticed it one day while taking a shower, and that it wasn't there before. The scratchings couldn't be wiped away either, as they're actually inside the double pane glass. After posting the photo to Reddit, one viewer thought that they might have decoded the message. They believe that if you make the image black and white and adjust the exposure, it looks like it says, "My death is okay, sorry it hurts you." When the poster was asked by another viewer if they had a relative that it might be, they replied, "Yes, I do actually. My best friend was my cousin. He was a professional baseball player. He died in a motorcycle accident a few years before I saw this." So take another look at the photo and let me know what you think it says in the comments down below. Generally, abandoned places are creepy, yet many would likely agree that abandoned asylums are always a little bit worse. This chilling photo was posted to Reddit by user Moonflowers420. It was supposedly captured by their friend Channing Booth as he explored one of the most macabre asylums in the United States, the Anoka State Hospital in Minnesota. Founded in 1900 as a residence for the mentally ill, various controversial treatments were practiced on the premises. These included electroshock therapy and even lobotomies. Of the 100 men who were initially housed there, 86 died and were buried on the premises in numbered graves. Every building in the Anoka State Hospital was connected by a series of underground tunnels. It's said that the walls of these tunnels are marked with the scratches of patients who got lost while trying to escape. In this photo, posted to Reddit, we can see an empty corridor. The walls and ceilings are dilapidated as rays of light pass through. At the end of the hall, there appears to be an unnerving figure. According to the poster, their friend was alone at the time. He snapped this pic when he saw something move from right to left at the end of the hallway. If you zoom in, you can see that the figure looks to be wearing a light-coloured dress or gown. However, their features remain indiscernible. Could it be possible then that this unnerving figure is the ghost of a former patient? Or is there another way to explain its mysterious appearance? Let your theories rip about this eerie sighting in the comments down below. In December 2020, Reddit user T-Course received an alert on their phone that someone was at the door in the middle of the night in the pouring rain. Take a look at their eerie nighttime visitor. A woman is standing in the doorway with her mouth wide open. She shuffles her feet back and forth, all the while her mouth is still agape. Luckily, the homeowner wasn't home at the time and didn't have to decide whether or not to answer the door. Several Redditors said it reminded them of the 2014 horror movie The Taking of Deborah Logan, in which a rather infamous scene portrays a possessed woman with an unhinged jaw and someone getting swallowed whole. So what would you do in this situation? Would you be a good Samaritan and invite this lady in for tea and scones? Or would you hide under some coats and wait till it all blows over? While hanging out at a friend's house, Redditor Peppermint the Fox caught something strange on camera. Take a look. The large white object is a propane tank, but there's also something else right next to it. At first, it's hard to make out what exactly it could be. It looks like it might be part of the tank, but if you zoom in, you can see that the foggy shape appears to have a head perched on top of a large frame. It even has two sparkling eyes that are looking off to the side. Many viewers thought the figure resembled a gorilla, while others suggested it might be a human attempting to steal propane from the tank. The original poster added that the figure vanished right after the photo was taken, and upon further inspection, they could see no footprints or signs of any kind that the figure was even there. So is this photo proof of a mysterious cryptid roaming the area, or is it something else entirely, perhaps pareidolia? Take another look at the image and let me know what your theories are in the comments down below. This eerie image was submitted to our Slaptam subreddit by user The Real Ricky Lafleur. It was taken outside of the front of a daycare centre in Alberta, Canada. The OP said they spotted a strange figure on the roof and snapped this photo. In the pic, you can see a thin, humanoid figure crouching on top of the roof. According to the post, the uploader believes it could be a rare type of cryptid known as a JuJu. They even said that bystanders saw it crawl under the roof's tiling. In Bangladesh folklore, there's a little-known creature known as a JuJu. It's said to lurk on the edges of the sprawling tea plantations in the hilly region of Sylhet. Reports say it's a thin, hairy creature with piercing red eyes and long, sharp claws. Locals say it sits in the woods waiting for stray children to walk by, then drags them deep into the wilderness, never to be seen again. I'm not really sure why the OP thinks that this could be a JuJu, given that it's a rare cryptid that's said to only live on tea plantations in Bangladesh. Either way, it's certainly an odd sighting. The thin limbs and crouched posture would be enough to spook anyone passing by. Ever wondered what strange, undiscovered creatures might be lurking deep in the wilderness? If it's never crossed your mind, then this photo uploaded to our Slaptam subreddit by ZestyClose AD4391, it might just make you think about it more often. According to the poster, the image was captured by their friend. It shows the woods of Kentucky as their family were travelling to their cabin. At first, it seems completely normal, dense foliage by the side of the gravel road. However, if you zoom in on the left-hand side of the photo, about halfway up, you can see something that'll likely give you chills. It appears to be a large dog or wolf-like creature. It has piercing wide eyes and it looks as though it's snarling, revealing large sharp fangs. It's even been suggested that the creature resembles a werewolf. So what do you think this beast might be? A large dog or wolf perhaps? Maybe a bear? Or could it be some sort of cryptid yet to be discovered by modern science? Unfortunately, for now, the creature's identity will have to remain a mystery. This is an old piece of dashcam footage that's been puzzling viewers for over a decade. In May 2009, a police patrol car in Lumpkin County, Georgia spotted something strange down a dark highway at nighttime. Take a look.
Had the farm, Daddy's farm, still got the land, and anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap.
The officers are chatting amongst themselves when they spot something walking on the side of the road.
And anybody coming on my property looking for no good, I'm gonna shoot them.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
It can be hard to see at first, but if we brighten the image and slow it down, you can make out a dark bipedal figure running alongside the road. You can see that it takes 3 or 4 steps, then disappears from sight. You can tell by the officers' conversation that they're clearly alarmed and have no idea what it is exactly they saw on the side of the road.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Over the years, numerous theories have been thrown around, the most prominent being that this is a glimpse of Bigfoot. Proponents of this theory note the fact that the figure runs on 2 legs, and its dark appearance might suggest a thick matting of fur. Others, however, think that the footage is just too dark and grainy to draw any conclusions, and have suggested it could just be kids pulling a prank. So where do you land on this classic sighting? Is it really Bigfoot, or is there another way to explain it? Let me know your theories in the comments down below.
Absolutely. Whoa, what the heck?
What the crap?
What was that?
Did you see that?
Yes.
Holy crap.
When Redditor BusinessLion326's mother-in-law took this photo, she was trying to capture a reference picture for a painting that she wanted to create. Looking at the image, you can see the appeal. There's a lovely garden and someone taking a stroll in the background. The problem is, when the photo was taken, there was supposedly no one else on the trail. The poster says that her mother-in-law was walking her dogs and had just let them off their leads. If someone else was nearby, the dogs would have gone crazy with excitement. Perhaps the mysterious person's appearance lies in the history of the area. The picture was taken near the Low Pool, a large freshwater lake in Cornwall, United Kingdom. According to folk tales, this lake takes the life of someone in the area every 7 years. Maybe this ghostly figure was one of the Low's past victims. Unnervingly, several viewers have noted that the mysterious figure appears to be wearing a school uniform from the 1950s. One Redditor enhanced the image, revealing that the figure also seems to cast no shadow, even though other elements in the frame do. If this was just a case of pareidolia, then whatever the object is should throw some shadows across the path. So does this photo really show a ghostly victim of the nearby Low Pool? Unfortunately, the truth may never be known. This unsettling piece of doorbell security footage is a serious case of mistaken identity. TikTok user Riri+1 heard banging at her front door and was notified by a Ring camera that there was someone out the front. She opened up her app and saw this staring back at her. A woman is beating at the door violently. Apparently, she was looking for her boyfriend but got the wrong apartment. You can see the exact moment she realizes, then sheepishly runs away. I think it's safe to say I wouldn't want to be the boyfriend after this. This last image on our list was captured by Reddit user JH5992. While staying in the mountain range of Arabida in Portugal, they saw a fox in the middle of the road and decided to take a picture. However, it seems that the photo has also captured something more mysterious. In the back, there appears to be a white human-shaped figure. The poster notes that the picture was taken near where they were staying and that they had 4 people standing behind them, all of whom swear that there wasn't anyone else around when the photo was taken. So could this photo show a ghost, or is there another way to explain the mysterious figure? Unfortunately for now, there's not much other info to run with other than this creepy image. So let me know where you land on this and share your theories with one another in the comments down below. Our last segment of the day comes from a TikToker who's been documenting some very strange activity inside of his apartment. Several of the clips have gone viral, prompting an ever-growing audience of followers to speculate on what's really going on. It all began when user Domatagian uploaded a short clip showing some very unusual banging inside of his home. Take a look.
I really don't think I'm ever gonna be able to listen to it. Listen to that pedaling.
He opens the door, but there's nothing there.
I mean, this is my whole closet right here. This is my kitchen.
The OP says that the building was built back in 1932, and while he's normally a fairly level-headed sort of person, the continued activity has led him to speculate that the property might be haunted. Here's the same noise again, but during the day.
Or in the afternoon, just to prove that there's nothing there.
This time he opens the front door to prove that there's no one outside of the apartment banging.
Just to prove.
He then opens the closet and, as before, there's no one there.
Jesus Christ.
Following these clips going viral, Domatagian started gaining followers who were keen on getting involved with the mystery. Before long, they started asking questions.
Nobody's ever been hurt. It's usually just the banging on the door. Do I 100% believe that it is something paranormal? Well, not 100%, but I'd like to try and disprove that it is something like a ghost first.
And while he's not ruling out something paranormal, he says he's quite skeptical and that he just wants to solve the mystery. Spurred on by his followers, the OP ran a live stream where he tried communicating with any alleged spirits that might be present.
Alright, let's try and get it on camera this time. Can you explain psychic? Can you tell me what psychic means?
Catherine.
You're a Catherine that's a psychic? If so...
Then when trying to communicate further, this happens.
Catherine, would you like to tell us why...
Stop recording.
The app tells him to stop recording, and judging by the look in his eyes, he's quite terrified by the response. This is an ongoing saga over on TikTok, and there's a lot more we weren't able to cover here, so I highly recommend you head over and watch the events play out. As always, I'll put a link in the description box down below.
In the afternoon, just to prove that there's nothing there. Jesus Christ.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Now, do you want spooky content in your feed every single day of the week? Then consider subscribing to our new channel, Slapped Ham Shorts. There's a link in the description box down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time. Peace!